What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Woo! Let's get to it, man. This is it. This is beef between Wu-Tang Clan and Bad Boy. Chapter 1. Chapter 1, man. We got to take it back to the beginning. And how it all went left was, in the beginning, there was life. And Method Man and all the guys who were coming up, they were broke, in the game. But everybody knew each other from the working on the streets and the projects they put out. And the Wu-Tang Clan album came out and it did a lot of success. So it got them in a lot of doors, but they were still broke. So Biggie is coming out at the same time. It's like Wu-Tang Clan came out and here comes Biggie getting ready to come out with his joint. And he had just got a deal. Tracy just got Method Man a deal with Def Jam. She closed and finalized his deal with Def Jam. So, she's like, man, this Biggie is bananas. Like, this album he got, you gotta check this out. And there's a song in there, like this, Me and My Bitch. And I think Rated Records had gave him that. He had that out. And that was the first joint he had out, was Me and My Bitch. And when he put that song out and Meth heard that, like, man, this dude ill. So when Meth was doing the show and he was performing at the Muse, that's when Biggie came up to him and was like, man, I want to do a joint with you. Like you get on a song with me, that's all love. And Easy Mode had a beat for him that they was going to get to. Because they did, I think, on 2 beats, but they wanted to use Mo B. And Mo B was like, man, Big, you got to if you had Meth on here, it'd be crazy. And he wrote the verse out right there. Him and Meth wrote their rhymes right there simultaneously. And what people don't understand is where people be like, oh, Big just rhymed right off the top of his head. He did that after the Ready to Die album. After that, he's like, I don't even need a pen or pad no more. But when he did the album, the record, he wrote everything down. But then he realized he didn't even need to write no more. So, when they were preparing for this album, he had wrote the lines for Meth. He was like, man, can you say this line here? I'm going to need you to say this line in the rhyme when the beat come. And then I just come in and he was like, oh, that's cold. So Meth was like, man, I got to come up with a line for this guy to get in. and Meth didn't heard Party and Bullshit and everything. He knew this dude is mad talented. Because believe me, if you heard the Who's the Man soundtrack and you go through all the songs and you hear Party and Bullshit, you go, whoa, who is this dude? Instantly. It's the same thing you had with Big Pun when you listen to the Soul in the Hole soundtrack. And you get to Big Punisher and you go, whoa, what's that? It's something that grabs your attention. It's out of the ordinary, but it's special. So when him and Big are sitting there, they're going over the rhymes, they're getting everything together. And basically, ever since then, they was tight. Ray and Ghost didn't like Big, for their own reasons, but Meth was his own guy. Meth was going to always be his own individual, and be like, look, we straight up on everything, don't even worry about that. And he always spoke to Meth, no matter what. They see each other, it was always love. He went to Big's house, kicked it with Big. So it was always love there. Now, here was the thing. Method Man has his album he's working on. And when they went to record the song, though, Puffy was there. I forgot I left that part out. Puffy is doing torture with Method Man. He want to play torture. And Meth was just killing him in there. He was, man, that's crazy. How you keep coming up with that? And he was never nervous around Meth or nobody in the Wu. Puff was always the calm guy. And then he was like, man, tell y'all want something to eat? Man, I got you. So when they did the what and everything, and Puff was like, man, I'm feeling that record, man. I'm really feeling that record. I like that. I really like that. He took him out to lunch, bought him everything, and Meth was basically broke at that time. But he was in San Francisco recording the album because RZA had flew him out there so he can get into a different environment so he wouldn't be surrounded by everybody. He could work on his album. So he's writing this rhyme, and he had been away for like a month from his girl. And he was like, and the RZA's in, and they got joining rooms. So RZA's in the other one. He's working on the beats for You All I Need. So he's doing the first version, and Meth had his girl come out, and he wrote the song while she was there asleep. He wrote that song out, You All I Need, and people gonna be like, what does this got to do with it? Don't worry, we gonna get there. So he writes the whole verse. You know, he missed his girl. She'd been gone for a month, and he seen her, so he flew her out just so she could be there with him. So while he's doing all this on this album and all this stuff here, and all of a sudden, RZA and them, they finished and complete the album. Def Jam was like, Bring the Pain was the first, since it was the first hit, they wanted to come out with Bring the Pain first. It's a smash. Bring the Pain is epic. Everybody's song, you know, and everybody's waiting on the next single, and they want to make the second single, you know, You're All I Need. And he was like, no. And the song was it was done the way it is, and that's why Meth is singing the hook on the original version, which made the album, because it was never supposed to be a commercial hit song. So now, here's the thing. They pushed the idea away because they didn't want to do it. They wanted to do Release Your Death. RZA liked that song. Meth didn't like it. RZA liked it. And I love that song. I don't know what they talking about, but Meth was like, I only performed that song like for smokers, but the direction of the video, he felt it was more like how the Method Man video was. And that's what he didn't like. He's like, man, this is just like I did the same concept when I did the Method Man song. And he was like, it's like the same video, you know, like the steez. And he didn't want to be caught up in this doing the same type of video over and over again. So he's like, whoever the director was, he felt he was a big fan of the song Method Man and wanted to keep it that way. So anyway, he didn't like it, and then they turned around and they brought up, like, you know, why don't we do this? And it was like, what? He's like, yeah, let's do a switch. And he was like, okay, let's do a switch. You know, let's go back to the All I Need. So finally, All I Need is back at the table. And they was like, whatever, you know, let's do it. You know, let's just do it and keep Russell and them happy. But y'all gonna have to take care of me for this. I want a Lexus. And Meth had a ride. And they was like, that what you need? Bet. They gave him a Lexus. Straight up, a Lexus. They bought it for him just for doing that song. And then they were like, look, we want to bring Mary J in for the hook. And everybody was like, okay, cool, that should be great. Y'all bringing in Mary J. Blige? But there was only one situation. Bringing in Mary J. brings in Puffy. And Puffy don't want to produce the record. And the RZA's like, what? No, 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 no. I'm the producer. We already got a producer on the record. You just need Mary to sing the hook. But now you gotta deal with Puff Daddy on the business end. And as cool as Puff was, when it came down to that business, people about that business. He was like, look, when you take Mary, you bring me. Now let's make this work. So they came up with a solution that they were going to record different versions. So Mary and Meth keep going back to the studio. They did like 4 versions on it. Anybody ever copped the All I Need EP? No. There's 4 versions of it. Even a RZA remix, because RZA's now in competition with with Diddy. You know, Diddy's like, it's a good record, but it needs to be touched up. And he was like, when we get Mary in there, I want to touch it up. Def Jam agreed that let's see what, you know, who does the better job, basically. Endless to be said, and needless to be said, they all chose Puffy's version. And they was like, see, I know how to make a hit record. Not to say y'all don't, but on this scale, you want to highlight her vocals. And RZA's like, ain't buying it. Like, dude, no. My song sounds better. So they wanted to film a video for it. And Def Jam was going along with Puffy for the video. RZA said there will be no video if you don't choose my beat. Meth ain't doing it. We ain't doing the video. We ain't doing none of it. So if we do a video, here's how it's going down. My beat I made will be on the video. Puffy version could be on the EP. We'll put the EP out, and people buy it. They get the Puffy version anyway, so he still get paid. But we're doing it with my beat, produced by the RZA. It's Mel's song. He's the artist. This is what we doing. RZA came in and overruled it. Puffy didn't like the end thing, but he like, fuck, man, we both get paid. Whatever. And that's part 1. So now you see how the bad blood gets started. Now we're going to go into more stuff. I'm eating some popcorn right now. And we shall continue with part 2. I'm out.